Namaste. Good morning, beautiful. Good morning, beautiful friends. Today I am inspired to share some self-love yoga. Yoga is about being open and accepting and loving yourself for who you truly are. I'm out here today in my beautiful backyard enjoying spring. It's springtime, so spring is a time to recharge, refresh, and just have a fresh start to live life and take life as it is. In your favorite Sukhasana, I recommend having a blanket folding it up nice and neatly for yourself, and placing that under your sit bones so you get a nice pelvic tilt, tilting the pelvis slightly forward. Sukhasana is also known as the easy pose, but can also be one of the hardest poses in the practice of yoga. Creating a straight spine and erect spine is what is essential to a great Sukhasana, because when we sit with an erect spine, we absorb energy from the earth and we allow it to channel up through all of our chakras. And it can channel all the way up to our spiritual chakra, connecting us to the universe, to whatever it is that you believe in, just connecting us to all earth, air, and ether. Creating a mudra with your hands is also a great way to start a Sukhasana. If this doesn't work for you, you can also take a Savasana, laying down flat on your back with your legs bent at the knees. Beginning to take a moment to settle into this practice, allowing ourselves to bring our awareness to our breath. Maybe we had some stuff, some crap going on before this, allowing ourselves just to settle in, maybe getting some of those last minute wiggles out, allowing ourselves to be where we are, leaving whatever it is before this practice at the door, leaving it behind as we are here in this present moment. Tuning into the breath, beginning with Puraka Pranayama. Puraka Pranayama is a purifying breath that helps purify and calm the system. Begin by breathing a long, lengthened inhale into the nose, long and steady into the nose, into the heart, followed by a fluid exhale, creating an ah or a ha sound. Breathing a long, lengthened inhale, purifying by a gentle exhale, taking a few Puraka breaths at your own rate, purifying, cleansing into the heart space. Releasing the jaw, letting go at the shoulders, and letting yourself let go, deepening with the inhale. Every time we use the Puraka Pranayama, we allow ourselves to purify the breath. Pranayama in yoga is the life force. Prana, life force. Yama is the breath. In yoga, we are connecting our breath to our life force, purifying into the heart space. And as we exhale, we allow ourselves to let go and notice. Notice the long, fluid inhale. Just notice the exhale. Maybe notice some thoughts overtaking you. Allowing yourself to be okay with that. Allowing yourself to find some stillness, some presence in this moment. Inhaling, exhaling. Beautiful work. Either bringing the hands to the heart center or keeping your mudra of your choice. A mudra that is suitable for you and works for you. Tuning into ohms. Together chanting 3 ohms. Om is the primordial sound of the universe, and it will connect us. I have viewers from all across the world, from the United Kingdom to Japan, to the United States, to Australia. Let's all connect together from all the corners of the earth with Om. which I just got this lovely Om up here. It's the one that looks like the 3 with the swirly, and it's just Om. Taking a breath in, letting it go, and here in this moment, letting yourself go from judgments. Yoga is a practice, and yoga is open and accepting, and knowing that where you are on your mat is exactly where you need to be here in this moment and in this life. Breathing in deeply into the heart space, dropping the jaw and letting go. Taking a deep breath into the heart space. Erect spine, elongating, rolling at the shoulders, allowing yourself to let go. Being okay with wherever you are in your practice. You are here. You are accepted and loved. Breathing in for one last Om, bringing us together. Drop down and taking a moment to set an intention for your practice. Why you're here, why in this moment, why this practice. Allowing yourself to trust in yourself, allowing yourself to trust in me, your instructor. I'm here to guide you. I'm here to guide you in the next however long that you choose to tune into this practice. But knowing whatever I do, if there's a movement that doesn't feel good on your body, if there's something that you choose during your home practice, to take a movement that feels good to you in your body, because after all, this is your practice. Taking in a breath into the heart space, bringing the hands to the heart center, diving the hands straight forward, diving, rounding, arching at the back, opening, expanding the arms to a T, squeezing the shoulder blades together, opening up at the heart space, exhaling the hands straight together, palms kissing palm, diving, elongating through the spine for a robin's breath. Exhaling, diving the hands forward, exhaling, inhaling, opening up the wings, opening up the chest, exhaling, hands forward, hands at heart center, taking 3 dynamic robin's breath. Love, my intention is self-love. Exhaling, diving, opening, expanding. Hands to the heart center. Allowing yourself a big squeezy hug here, giving yourself some love. Adding in an I am affirmation. I am are the 2 most powerful words said in all of human languages, all cultures, all around the world. I am love. Exhaling, twisting the knees to the side and coming into a tabletop position. Tuning into our body, being mindful of where we are on our mat. This is our mat. This is your practice. Tuning into your ankles at all times, your feet, your knees, your hips, your spine, your neck, your head, your shoulders, and your arms. And tuning into, in yoga, we have bandhas. There's 3 different bandhas. One is the Kegel for women. It's between your vagina and your anus. Men is the anus and that little scrotum part and squeezing in there. And this is your second one, which is the most common one that we drop. And it's our core. So it's also known as a lock. So locking up and keeping strong and not having a loose back. And the third is here. So just feeling that. And imagining this little zipper. And our job is to zip up our midline. Into a starfish hand. In yoga, there's a starfish hand. It's opening up the hand, making an energetic hand. Grounding through the thumb, the first finger, and the pinky. Tuning into alignment of the body. For a few cow and cats. Journey with the spine. Raising at the tail, tucking in the chin. Inhaling. Exhaling. Sinking the belly button. Allowing the spine to journey up with the chin and the tail to the ceiling. Inhaling. Making a big arch your own little push-ups. Maybe it's stretching a foot back, and gazing back at the opposite foot. Just find a movement that feels good. And if you can't find one, you can just mimic mine, but just releasing a foot back and looking back and just releasing that body. Allowing yourself to be free here. Tuning into that body and what feels good. Coming back for a Bhaktasana. Opening up at the knees, touching the big toes together. Really opening the knees up wide to the mat, creating a starfish hand, and resting your forehead down on the mat. Keeping your forehead down on the mat and just opening up that back body. Opening up to love and opening up to that intention before we begin our practice. Taking a moment here as we slowly bring our knees together, coming in for an inchworm. Imagining you're rolling a marble with your nose, tuning into your arms and your elbows, keeping your elbows in, tucked in, keeping that bandhas tightened, and if you could just follow with a little bit of a journey and pushing through the butt and coming straight up for a Bhujangasana, a mini cobra. Coming all the way back to the sit bones, stretching for a little bit of that Bhaktasana, and going for an inchworm. Rolling that marble with your nose, keeping the chest raised, so it's going to go nose, chest, belly, and then up. Nose, chest, belly, Bhaktasana, up. Exhaling back into, this is Bhaktasana, that was the cobra. Bhujangasana, Bhujan Bhaktasana. They get mixed up a little bit. Inhaling, inchworming forward, rolling forward with that marble, coming up to Bhujangasana, a little bit of a cobra, waking up that back. Exhaling back to tabletop, threading the needle. Exhaling the right hand or left hand, just whatever one you prefer. Exhaling, raising the opposite arm straight up to the sky, stacking the shoulders over each other. Inhaling, threading the needle for a dynamic variation. Taking a breath here. And inhaling, raising up, threading through the needle. Tuning into the elbow and the shoulder, stacking over shoulders as we rise. And thread through. Inhaling, one last, threading the needle. Exhaling, coming through. Repositioning the opposite hand, placing hand under the heart. Hand under the heart. Releasing the opposite hand, raising to the sun. Exhaling, threading the needle, coming through. Inhale, raising up to the sun. Exhaling, threading the needle. Inhale, raising up to the sun. Exhale to thread the needle. Inhale, raise to the sun. Exhale, threading the needle. One last breath in to rise. Exhale to fall. Inhale to tabletop. Tuning in to what it's going to look like to get into our downward dog, Adho Mukha Savasana. Creating a starfish hand. Slightly turning the biceps and the triceps out, rolling, posting up on the feet, and pushing up through the sit bones. Really pushing the sit bones up to the ceiling. Opening up at the shoulder blades. Walking out the dog here. Taking a few moments here just to open up. Feeling this beautiful inversion, creating this upside down V. Walking at the dog. Just taking a moment to pause here, feeling the strength as you're rooted into your hands and rooted into your feet. And allowing yourself to let go of judgment if you can't all the way touch your heels to the earth. That's okay. Inhale, raising up to the tippy toes and coming a little bit forward. Exhaling, coming back a little bit. Inhale, raising up the tippy toes. Exhaling back. Inhale to rise, the right foot raising straight up towards the sky. Tuning into the arms and the feet and the hands. Tucking the chin into the knee. Exhaling to rise that foot straight up to the sun. Inhale, tucking the chin to the knee. Exhaling, opening up at the hip, dropping the heel to the hind booty, to the gluteus maximus and the medius. Opening up that hip, opening that heart to the opposite side. Inhaling, tucking, and bringing that foot forward, planting in for a crescent lunge. And tuning into, if you didn't get your foot where you want it to be, take yourself for a little bit of a ride with your opposite hand. Grab a blanket. It's always good to have comfort in yoga. We never want to be uncomfortable on hard floors. Dropping that hind knee back, tuning in to the back foot, the ankle, the knee, and the hip. The front foot. If you check this out, this alignment is completely off. I need to move my foot back, keeping my ankle and my knee in alignment. Hands at the hip, repositioning the hips to the short edge of the mat. Exhaling the arms out to a T, coming in for a lovely hug. Some self-love here. I am love. Exhaling the arms to a T. Rotating, twisting at the side where your foot is tracked backwards. Inhale, raising the arms, crossing the arm. Exhaling, opening up for this Anjaneyasana variation. Exhale to rise. Inhale, exhale. Inhaling and exhaling is at your own pace. Tuning into whatever you're feeling is okay. Exhaling, arms back to that T. Relocating the arms forward and teeing in the opposite direction. Opening up the opposite direction, crossing over the midline, creating this beautiful cactus hand. Bringing the arms back wide. Inhale to rise. Exhale to deepen. Imagining there's energy shooting from your fingertips. It's still tuning into these feet. Imagining you're hugging your hips, your thighs together. And if you keep teeter-tottering, imagining that you're on a set of skis and your job is to bring those skis a little further apart to create balance in your body. Exhaling, arms to a T. Inhaling, hands to heart center. Keeping the option of staying here. If this is where you need to be, this is okay. Or if you want something a little bit deeper, posting up at the hind foot, squeezing in at the thighs and coming in for Anjaneyasana, that crescent lunge. Tuning the arms to a T, straight up, and coming in for a slight back bend, opening up the back body. Exhale, allowing the hands to float down. Inhale to rise. Ooh, being okay with it if you're feeling a little bit wobbly. Exhaling, allowing those arms to frame that foot, and exhaling back into downward facing dog. Maybe walking out, shaking out your dog here. Let your doggy walk out. Woof, woof. Maybe your dogs are barking. My little doggy's looking at me like, Mommy, what are you doing? Exhaling the opposite leg, raising it up to the sun. Inhale to tuck. Exhale to rise. Tuning to that starfish hands and the biceps, rolling those biceps like that. Inhale, tucking in. Exhale to rise. Dropping, opening up that hip, opening up that heart. Shining your light, I am love. Exhaling, I am love. Inhaling peace. Exhaling peace. Inhaling, allowing that foot to come straight through, and if it didn't make it where you want it to be, giving it a little bit of a helping hand. Repositioning that blanket under that knee. And this is just a lovely couch blanket. Tuning into that hind foot, allowing that foot to track straight back behind the ankle, the knee, and the hip. Tuning into this front knee. Tuning into the 4 points of the foot, grounding down into 4 corners of the foot. Ankle, knee, hips, hands on the hips. Squaring the hips facing forward. Exhaling the arms to a T and rotating towards the open leg. As you rotate towards the open leg, inhale to rise, crossing at the midsections, beautiful cactus. Exhale to lengthen. Inhale to rise. Exhale to lengthen. Beautiful work. Inhale to rise. Exhale to lengthen. Taking a moment here, coming to the T and coming into the opposite direction, feeling the warmth and the heat. Inhale to rise. Exhale to lengthen. 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 Hands back to a T, coming into the heart center, Anjaney Mudra. And being okay with staying right here and just powering in. If you want to stay here, you can come in for your crescent lunge for a slight back bend down. Or if you feel like you would like something a little bit deeper, posting up with that hind foot, hugging the thighs together, tuning into the core, elongating through the spine. Arms out to a T, rising the hands up to the sun, exhaling for a back bend here. Feeling the expansion of the front body and the compression of the back body and the spine. Exhaling. Inhale to rise. Exhale. Inhale, stepping the opposite foot straight forward, coming in for Uttasana, forward fold. Grounding into the 4 corners of the foot, rooting down into the feet. Feet shoulder or feet hip distance apart. Hip distance is just inside of the hips. Allowing your body to fold forward. Allowing your body to take a little moment of stillness here. Maybe ragdolling little dynamic movement. Maybe it's just being here, present, folding forward. And tuning into your knees. If you have a nice bend at the knees, you can keep a generous bend to the back. Allow yourself to fold forward. And allowing yourself a little bit of rest here. Maybe swaying a little bit side to side. And slowly coming down the mat, however feels good for you. I like to bend one knee in. And then bend the other knee in. And coming onto a hero's pose, or Vajrasana. So Vajrasana, you can touch the big toes together and open up the heels. If you have a knee injury, this can be really painful. So you can cross the feet over, and the feet are just going to land in the arches of each other, and you can grab actually a blanket and you can kind of sit here. And if that's still uncomfortable and it's not working, you can sit just on your booty for Sukhasana. Taking a moment here in Vajrasana, and just taking a moment to be where you are and being grateful for this body. Hands at Anjali Mudra. Taking one of those Piraka pranayamas, a deep breath into the heart space. And allowing you to exhale, inhaling into that heart space. And allowing yourself to let go. Allowing the knees to open up. Coming in for Balasana this time. Balasana is child's pose. So in the beginning we did Bhaktasana, devotional, and Balasana is just going to be a little bit more tight to your body. You can keep, also, if you have tighter hamstrings, I know there's a lot of men who it's hard for them to bend like this, the hamstring, so their butt stays up. You can take a pillow or a blanket and you can put it here, and really opening up at the knees is going to let you have a little bit more of a relaxation here. Just allowing yourself to calm and cool down here for a moment. Taking a moment to breathe into that heart space. Taking a deep breath into the heart and letting it go. Letting the heart and letting it go. Slowly coming up to tabletop, crossing at the hind feet and coming into the booty, and allowing our legs to come straight out for a little bit of a Dandasana. Just really straightening up and grounding and rooting through the palms of the hands, pushing straight up to the spine, elongating through the spine. And if you have the flexibility, keeping a straighter leg but always a soft into the knee. And allowing yourself to open up here for Dandasana, the staff pose. This pose can either feel like nothing or just a lot. We're just allowing ourselves to gently cool down. Inhaling, raising our arms up to the sky. Coming in for a forward fold. And again, if you have that flexibility, keeping straighter legs and a straighter spine, or more limited mobility in hamstrings, bent knees and bending forward, folding forward. Taking a moment here in this beautiful seated forward fold. And just allowing your head to maybe softly stay here. And just cool down. Allowing your body to fold and tuck in. Finding calmness and stillness and ease. In yoga, we always want to find ease within our postures. Yet we always want to find strength, stira and sukha, the perfect balance between strengthening and steadying and comfort and ease. Slowly inhaling, raising up, coming forward, and slowly allowing the back to gently come down onto the earth. Allowing yourself to root back into the earth and taking a moment here. If you have a ponytail that's in the way, maybe you want to get that out of the way so you're not dealing with that, or if your hair is fine, then just leave it. Inhaling with core engagement, hugging the knees up into the chest for Apanasana, double wing lever. Imagine there's an invisible wall and your job is to keep your feet powered into that. And just hugging and giving yourself a lower back massage onto the mats. Coming in for our final pose of Sukhasana, the pose of surrender. Exhaling the left knee down to the earth and massaging those internal organs. Joy Romi's kissing. And just allowing yourself to settle here. Inhaling, crossing the knee over the opposite side, bringing the arms straight up to a T. If this feels good, you can stay here. Or if it might feel better for you to hug both of the knees up in for a reclined twist. Allowing the legs to fall to the side. If a shoulder blade is popping up from the earth, giving yourself a little bit of a blanket to have a little bit of support. Arms out to a T. Allowing yourself to deepen and cool down in this moment. Taking a Puraka Pranayama into the heart space. Allowing yourself to let it go. Inhaling the knees back up to center for the Apanasana. Exhaling the opposite leg down to the earth and hugging the opposite knee up to the chest, side to side a little bit. And tuning into what felt better on the other side, if it was the leg straight out or if it was the leg tucked together, going in for the opposite side for your side twist. If you had that blanket, you can carry it to your opposite side. Allowing your arms to open up and allowing yourself to find a little stillness here. A little bit of comfort, a little bit of ease. Inhaling one last hug, I am love. Slowly exhaling the legs to the earth. Inhaling, raising the arms straight above. Creating a beam of energy, tightening up the body, straightening out, tight, 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 tight. And allowing yourself to let it all go. Creating some tension in that body, straight, 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 squeezing everything together. And allowing you to let it go. One more time, squeezing everything together and allowing you to let it go. Coming to our final pose of surrender. Allowing yourselves to find our comfortable savasana. Maybe it is having a blanket under your head, or maybe your savasana is laying on your side, or if you like legs up the wall, go to the wall and get your legs up the wall. Allowing yourself to let go and relax at the heels, melt to the calves. Find comfort and ease in the knees, the bend of the knees, the thighs. Allowing the hips to let go, the glutes, the hip bones. Letting the navel sink, allowing each vertebrae to deepen. Allowing your torso to get soft, your shoulders, elbows, biceps, triceps, and fingertips. Just getting up to the neck, feeling heavy at the jaw, and the cheeks, and the tongue. Letting go at the nose, letting the eyelids get heavy and heavy, sinking at the third eye, tuning into your intuitive center, allowing the scalp to be heavy. Stay in your pose of surrender, laying, allowing your body to deepen, allowing yourself to open your heart to love, open your heart to healing in your life. Knowing that wherever you are today and wherever you are in your life, you are exactly where you need to be, allowing yourself to be. I'm going to read something to you as you lay in this pose of surrender. This is a quote from Nelville. Ideas are impressed on the subconscious through the medium of feeling. No idea can be impressed on the subconscious mind until it is felt. But once felt, be it good or bad or indifferent, it must be expressed. Feeling is the one and only medium through which ideas are conveyed to be subconscious. Allowing yourself to find that perfect sukha and sthira, that comfort and ease within this pose. Allow yourself to open your heart to love. And I'm truly grateful for you and for this practice. I love you so much, all of my Yogi Bliss followers. Namaste, beautiful friends.